previous games, on Chaos Theory and others, there was the game were either developed in Shanghai, in France for the multiplayer, or in Montreal. Now this time around, it's all done in Montreal, and it also allows us to work from the exact same engine and mechanics to make the multiplayer experience much more closely linked to the solo experience. So in terms of learning curve, the player, once he learns either the multiplayer or the solo, he'll be able to move forward easily with the same controls and the same mechanics. With Conviction, we wanted to change the core mechanics and make it a clear link and a clear support to the thematic we're now dealing with into the game, which is a fugitive. When you're a fugitive means that the reading of the environment is kind of similar to what the player has learned in the previous Splinter Cell, because he needs to look at things and detect what could be useful for him. So this relation with between the player and the environment is kind of similar to what we've done in the past, except that now, as a fugitive, you need to act much quicker. You need, there people are chasing for you. You need to react now and to use the environment more quickly. So somehow, previously, player needed to be a bit patient. He needed to stay in the dark and watch and make his own strategy. Now he needs to find new ways to hide as a fugitive in a daylight situation, and we've created a whole dynamic environment, so the player can pick anything in the environment, can move objects, he can hide behind things, he can use the environment to move forward in his mission. And this is that was the key to us of a fugitive experience, being able to do anything you want in the environment and interact with mostly anything that is visible in the environment as a tool, as a weapon, or as a defensive object. That was very important to us, because then when comes the time to translate this tactical experience into quick actions, it's pure improvisation. In the previous Splinter Cell, because you were looking for lights and shadows, as safe zones for you to hide, you could interact with lights, but those safe zones were remaining kind of static, so you could predict where you could move and make your own tactics about navigation in the environment. Now we're moving that into what we call active stealth, because all those static points that we had in previous game are now moving. Just think about a crowd, which is a good example. If you can just following a little group of people and feel that you can blend into it and to avoid guards that are looking for you, it's one way to be in a safe zone that is moving, that is active. There's many other ways to hide in the environment. So we strongly feel that in terms of realism, this game is a progression, because it refers to environments that are everyday environments, so public areas, civilian context. So and it's because these are more familiar with most of the gamer. I think people will learn to develop skills to read the environment more easily, and that will make a difference as well at the end.